Hi, welcome back to Racing and Restoration. On today's short video, I'm going to be explaining how a drag bike auto gearbox works. Some people have asked questions before. It's easier to show you than to explain it, so we'll have a look at that. So while everything in here looks like a standard gearbox and everything here looks like a standard gearbox, what you have on autos, so this is a 6-speed Robinson's box from America. This was the first one ever made for a GSX 1400. We had this bespoke made. So when you look at some of the gears, you have the drive dogs here is normal, but then you have a back cut or a ramp on the back of these, and each one of these gears will have a back cut. And what this does is it allows when a gear takes up drive, it allows it to kick that gear out. Alright, so it can go back in, but it allows it to kick it out. Now, how that works is determined by the shift forks. Now, in an auto box, if you have a 1-2 auto, then it means you can't shut off in first gear. You have to be in second before you can shut off. This is a full 6-speed, which means you have to be in 6th gear before you can shut off. Now, this gearbox is in neutral. Okay, you notice there's a spring on here. This is to help hold this shift fork right the way over here. If you look right down in there, the shift drum is opened up to allow the shift fork to move. So what we'll do is we will get the box into first. Right, so that gearbox is now in first gear. Okay, none of the shift forks can move side to side. Okay, you go past first gear into second, and now you can see how much the shift fork can move. So this will then go from first into second, and then when second gear takes up drive, it will force first gear out the way and it will hold it there. Then you move to, no, wrong way, third gear again. So now this is holding third gear in all the way over here. Second gear can move. Then you go again into fourth. So now it's holding fourth in, and third can move. Then we're moving on to this one here. So that's 5th gear. So now we're in 5th. We're in 5th here. 4th gear can move and be held out of the way. And then you go to 6th. And then all gears are now where they should be in 6th gear. Sounds really complicated. It's very, very simple in terms of the way it works. I will see if I can go all the way back first. That's neutral. So what we will do is we'll put a gear set in, and I'll show you with a gear set. Right, we now have a gear set installed. It's in neutral as per normal. Put in the first. Sorry, that's second. So if we put in the first, that works as normal. Okay. So then what then happens, you put into second, but what will happen is first will stay in gear, which is why you have the spring and you have the ramp on the back of the dog. Now what then happens is, as second gear takes up drive, let me get this right, as second gear takes up drive, it will eventually force the gear out on the ramp. So you go to third, so you're now in third, but second is still in, like that. Okay. And then when third takes up drive, it will kick this. It will kick the second gear back out. Okay. Then we go to fourth. All right. Now third. What are we in? That's fourth there. So third will be over here somewhere. So third will still be loaded until fourth takes up drive. Then that will kick out. Then we go to fifth. Okay. So we're still in fourth. Then fifth takes up drive, and we'll force that out. And then it goes to sixth. Then you can shut off. So it's not mega complicated, but to explain it without showing is quite difficult. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight into an auto box. The main purpose of it is seamless shifting, a bit like they have on modern day MotoGP bikes, things like that. It allows you to shift without shutting off, without clutch, without shift kill or shift cut. So when you change gear, it literally just rolls into the next gear like an automatic should. The downside is if you do shut off within, in our case, within 6 gears, then you do bend the shift fork. But generally for drag racing, they're a brilliant bit of kit, and they're probably worth 2/10 in the quarter. But yeah, if you have any more questions, just drop a comment, let me know, and I'll see if I can answer it the best I can. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.